So somebody just asked me about an old video, or in an old video they left a comment about they just did the power steering pump and it is now currently eating their belt apparently. So my suggestions are, my possibilities of what could be going wrong is, like, I know when I got my power steering pump it didn't have the pulley on it, so I had to I actually bought the puller to pull off the factory pulley from the pump I already had and then use it to mount it back onto this one. And I'm assuming if you don't get it fully seated back there so it's all lined up as far back onto the shaft as it's supposed to be, it may be kicking the belt out a little bit, causing it to wander back and forth, and that could be the problem with why it's eating the belt. Or if the pump that they got, say it was from AutoZone or even a used one, if that pulley isn't on all the way, it's going to throw all this down here out of alignment and it'll definitely eat up your belts. The other thing that I could think of it is if your tensioner pulley and tensioner down here is worn out, it's going to tend to want to walk around like my overflow hose is doing. It'll tend to want to walk around a little bit and it'll increase and decrease tension when it's not supposed to, and if it's the bearing or the tensioner itself, it may cause the belt to wander a little bit, and when it does that, it'll hit the edges on the pulleys and that'll cause it to eat up the belts too, possibly. So that's what I got at the moment. Either that or you could have a bad idler pulley and it's not sitting right and it's causing other issues as well. But aside from that, if everything else, your alternator, your water pump pulley, your crank pulley, your harmonic balancer down there is all working right, and your AC compressor and all of that is working right, you shouldn't have any other issues as far as those three are concerned. But if all you did was replace the power steering pump and now everything's out of whack, my guess is it's either a bad power steering pump from the factory, especially if it came with all the parts are already on it, the pulley pre-installed and all that already done. And the factory might not have seated the pulley all the way, or it could just be altogether the wrong power steering pump, but I highly doubt that. My guess would be is bring the power steering pump back and compare it to one at the store, and if all is good there, I'd focus on your idler pulley, this guy here, which is right underneath your upper radiator hose. And then below that you have your tensioner pulley and tensioner arm, which could also be the cause of eating belts. Hopefully this finds you. Good luck. Hopefully this is also a little bit helpful too.